Hello friends, so today in this video we're going to discuss another problem from LeetCode, problem name distribute coins in binary tree. So I'll tell you it's a good problem. It states that you are actually given a tree, a binary tree, and every tree like node has some coin values. So it means that this node has 3 coins, it has 0 coins and 0 coins, and then you have to somehow move around these coins so that every node must have exactly 1 coin. Like you can move around like this and so on. So in one move you can just place, like you can move one node to any of the corresponding node, like any of the adjacent nodes. Like you can move, because there are 3 coins here, you can move 1 coin here in one move, then like another coin can move like in this manner. So like 3 moves are required. In this, 1 coin is here already, 2 coins are here, so in 2 moves you can put a coin here. In this you can like in one move you can put this coin here, or like in one move, in 1, 2, 3 moves you can put 1 coin here, in one move you can put coin here, and like in another move you can put coin here. So there are 4 coins, 2 moves. So you just have to tell that in how many moves you can place, like how many steps are required to place all the coins into its corresponding positions. So like as you have seen, I have posted already a lot of binary tree problems in a couple of days, and like I've put around like 6-7 videos. But as you can observe, I always write down a recursive problem in which I have to somehow get some information from the left side and the right side, and I have to process it and then like use that information and give it to its parent node and so on. A recursive problem always state like this: you have to find out what are the base conditions, what are the intermediate root conditions, what are the leaf conditions, leaf node conditions, and then what is the information I want to get from that node, and what is the information I want to carry forward to the parent node. So now what you can think in this problem is, like every node, like every node can ask its like left part and right part, what is the number of coins do you require, what is the number of coins the subtree actually requires. So every node actually get the information from its left or right subtree, what is the number of coins do you require. If it is positive, it means that I have some excess coins, you can use that. If it is negative, it means that I have some negative coins. If this node will give you -1, which means that I required 1 coins, and this subtree will also give you -1, it means that I required 1 coin. How many moves then you have to do to place 1 coin here? If it requires -1, if it send -1, it actually means that I have to use one operation to send 1 coin here. And also if this node sends 1 plus 1, which means that, or like -1 also, which means that I do not have any node, like any coin, so 1 move is also required to send 1 coin here. So, or whether it is 1 or -1, it means that I have to somehow transfer these coins there. So as you can see, for this node, if from the left node I will get -1, but from the right node I will get, like, how many excess coins are there, like how many coins does this right subtree actually have, like what is the excess, or what is the excess, or how many coins does it require. This left subtree requires -1 coin, so -1 will be returned out. But this right subtree actually it has 1 coin extra. This coin is used, so I don't have to think about the coins it has, like this coin is already in place, but 1 coin is extra. So this subtree will send 1, which means that okay, I have 1 extra coin, and this will send I have 1 coin deficient. So it means like this node will then have to process that, okay, I like the left part want 1 coin and the right part actually have 1 coin. So how many steps are required? Go to this part and this part. So how many information is get from the left and how many information get from the right? Just do an absolute value, because this is giving -1, this is giving +1. But number of steps I have to do is 2, because one step is going one step here and 1 step here. So it means that 2 steps are required. Okay, but now what is the information what this root node has to send? Like what is the root node has to send above? As you can see, if I draw it out, then it will become more clear. If this is the root node, then what you can think, like first thing that let's assume that this is having four coins, so this will send you like this node will send -1, which means that I want one, like I want one coin. This will send -1, which means that I also want one coin. What this node should send, like just think over in practical terms, without like, just think that what this node should send. This node should send -3. Why? Because like how many steps you required? Like in one step you will send down, or actually see, in one step you can send one coin from here. In two steps you can send coins here, and in another two steps you will send coin here. So how many steps are required? 1 and 2 and 5 steps. So it should actually return out -5. I hope you get the point, because see, this like, or actually not actually -5, like this sorry, I've messed out one thing. I will again draw it out. It actually is return on -1. It actually tells you that how many like number of steps are required, like how many coins are required till that level. If this is like 0, like there are 4 coins here, then like this will require that, like this will send that okay, there is one coin deficient here, like there is one like this will send that okay, one coin is required for this point, like -1. This will also send -1, which means that in the left subtree, one coin is required, like one coin is required to be fulfilled. In this part also one coin is required. Now how many coins are required? 3. Like 3 coins are required, so -3 will be sent here. So as you can see, I have to somehow, now what is actually sent, the value which is sent is this -1, this -1, and then one coin is also required at this point. So now -1 for this point also, which is -3. But let's assume that this node has some coins, which I'll tell you. Like let's assume that this has 2 coins, this has 1 coin, like this is also have 2 coins, or this has 1 coin also. This will now this will send you -1, this will send you -1. So it means that okay, now both of these are requiring some nodes, like some value, but this has 1 coin there, which means that this is actually fixed, like this is already sorted out. So it means that if this is sorted out, how many more coins are required? So as you can see, how many more coins are required? 2 coins, -2 coins. So -2 will be sent over here, like over here. So what is actually sending here is the value from the left part, the value from the right part, and the value from this node -1, because like -1 means that this node is also taken in account. Now that like this node is also taken in account, because this node is fixed, like this node is taken, like this coin is taken by this, so I have to also take -1 for this node also. So value at this node, if this is having 5 coins, then this 1 coin is taken here, like 1 coin is already fixed here, because I have to place 1 coin also at this point, this node also. If it is already having this coin, then I don't have to move it around. Then how many coins I have excess? 4 -2, which means that 2 coins I will move here, and then 2 coins I have extra, and that information is sent above, and that is the information I have to pre-process for every node. And then the number of moves are actually like how many moves are there. This is actually sending me how many coins are required, but number of moves I actually do is 2, which is like 1 from here and 1 from here. So like 2 moves I have required. It means that the number of moves do not depends upon like how many as you can see, like how many coins are there. We have to first see that how many coins required on the left side and the right side, and for every part number of coins required is seen, but we will also have to see that okay, this is the number of coins required, but for every node how many like excess or deficient coins are there, and those coins were only distributed among. So I will tell you the code part will make it more clear. We'll also look over one example. This is the OK function. This is the global steps function. This is like the number of steps required. Okay, this is the root value. This is the base condition when there is no root, like there is no node. The node is, or the root is null. Root null means that the current node on which we are traveling is null. Then the answer is 0, obviously. Then we recursively call this function on the left side and the right side, which I've told you in the previous videos also. You can check those videos out. So I have to recursively call the left and the right part. You have to first write down a base condition, then the left and the right part. You have to call them out because we are doing a recursion. And then the steps are actually absolute value for the left and the right part. This is actually sending me how many deficiency are there on the left side and the right side, like deficiency or more, like how many more coins are there and how many deficiency, like whether there is deficiency or whether there is more. I have to take those coins away. I hope you get the point, because see, if there is one node and this node is like giving me a deficiency of -3, which means that there is some nodes below it which is telling me that I want 3 coins, and this node is telling me that I have 2 coins. So 2 coins means that I have 2 coins extra. So obviously I have to use those 2 coins and move around here, and also those 3 coins have to move around here. Like I have to somehow bring those coins up and then have to distribute here. So there's some deficiency and there is some 2, which means that there's 2 coins extra. So everything has to be brought to this node, okay, and then we have to distribute. So if let's assume that if it is like an imaginary thing that I have bought these negative coins here and these are the positive coins here, and these are also requiring some like movement. So as you can see, if I like take some excess coin from here and then like place on these nodes, then I will require 2, because I have to take 2 extra coins. So 2 moves are required to bring out here, and then I have to take 3 steps to like bring down these coins to these points, because now these coins are here, so I have to distribute here. I hope you understand. So it means that I have to find out the absolute value, the value getting from the left and right side, because that will actually give me how many extra excess coins or deficient coin I have, and excess and deficient coin are actually distributed among. And that's the logic for this part. And actually what is returned out, like how many excess or deficient coins are there. So excess or deficient coin is left and the right side will give me how many excess or deficient coins are there for the current node, and the current root value, which will give me like how many nodes this, like the current node also have to take into account, because the above information which you have to send will also take into account of the current node. So the current node will also like get the information from the 2 subtrees, how many deficiency or excess these nodes will have, and then consider itself also, so how many coins this current node also have, so root into value. But if it has some excess value, then I have to subtract 1, because I have to place 1 coin also here also. If it has 5 coins, so and if it has 5 coins, so I have to place 1 coin here, and then the 4 coins are extra. So these are the 4 coin extra, and maybe this node has 1 coin extra because it has 1 coin here, so 1 coin extra, and this has -1 coin. So the total is -1 and 1, and like there are 4 coin extra to 4, 1, 5, and like -1, which is like 4. So this will send above that I have 4 coin extra. Okay, and that's the whole logic for this problem. I hope you understand the logic and the code part. If you still have not, you can mention it on comment box. I'll see you next one. Till then, keep coding and bye.